Hello students, in this video we are going to solve the practice paper prelims 3 for standard 12th HSC board examination practice paper. So this particular syllabus is for 12th standard science and art students for geography. So let us begin with the question answers part. The paper regarding these solutions were already uploaded. So today we are going to discuss about the answers on it. Okay. So this is the answer key of that paper. Answer key for geography prelims paper. Okay, so let us start quickly. So the first question is complete the table. So you have various functions in the table and you have name of the cities from Maharashtra and name of the cities outside Maharashtra. Okay, so the industries. In the case of industries, the name of cities from Maharashtra is Mumbai, and the name of cities outside Maharashtra you can give Indore, which is in MP. Next is religious. In the case of Maharashtra, Shirdi is one of the religious place where people go and worship, and Bikaner is one of the religious place which is outside Maharashtra, that is in Rajasthan. Next is educational part. So in the case of Maharashtra, Pune is one of the most famous educational city, and in the case of outside Maharashtra, Kerala, Kozhikode is one of the most famous place for education. Next we have tourism. So the Lonavala, you can give an example, which is very good in Maharashtra for tourism. You can give Mahabeshwar. And in the case of name of the cities outside Maharashtra, you can give Telangana or any other place, like whichever you feel, like Goa, any other place which is outside Maharashtra as an tourist place. Next is administrative. It is in Aurangabad, and in the case of outside Maharashtra, it's Bangalore. Now let us quickly start with identify the correlation, assertion and reasoning. So the assertion is equatorial region have low density of population. So is it true or false? Now if you consider equatorial region, it has very harsh climate. There are so many poisonous insects, then definitely it is not suitable to stay over there. Okay. So the statement is totally true that it has low density of population. Next is heavy rainfall, high temperature, poisonous insect, lack of transportation and communication facilities. So this is the perfect explanation why equatorial region has low density of population. So both A and R are the correct statement, and R is giving a correct explanation for A. Let us move with the next question. Population distribution is uneven. So this statement is true. There is no similarity in the population distribution. Somewhere it is more densely and somewhere it is less densely. Okay, it is totally uneven. And next is birth rate, death rate, migration, physical factors, political and economic factors affect the population of a region. So this is a true statement. So both the statements are true, and because of that the population is unevenly distributed. Let us move further. Shifting agriculture is harmful method. Shifting cultivation results in loss of fertility, deforestation, loss of biodiversity and pollution. So definitely shifting agriculture is to some extent it is really harmful. They burn the land, they keep it fallow for some days. Because of that there is a lot of soil quality degradation, soil erosion takes place, because of that pollution takes place. So both the statements are correct and it's giving a correct explanation for A. Next is the humid climate in Mumbai offered great scope for the development of cotton textile industries, and industries require ample amount of water. Now for cotton textile industries, humid climate is very much suitable, because in the dry climate or wet climate, the cotton is very difficult to turn the cotton into a thread. It gets broken every time. So humid climate is very much suitable for that purpose, and industries require ample amount of water. Even this statement is correct, but R is not giving a correct explanation for A. Okay. Next, in India, industries are found concentrated in few areas and are available. and R is predominantly agrarian country. India is agrarian country. So in India, industries are found concentrated in few areas available. This is true. And India is really a country which is totally, or it is maximum portion is involved in agriculture. This is also true. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A, because large amount of people are engaged in agriculture, so industry setup are unevenly distributed. Now next is MCQ. First one, dash percent of earth is occupied by land. So this is 29% is the right answer. Next, primary occupation. So you have options like agriculture, transportation, trade and banking. So agriculture is in primary occupation, transport and trade and banking are the tertiary occupations. Next, the country which is passing through stage 5 of demographic transition. So in the case of stage 5, the developed countries are involved and Sweden is only the country which is in stage 5. Next, example of international migration. So international migration means what? Migrating from one country to another country. So out of all these options, India to Japan is only involving two countries. So it is the right answer. Next, Trans-Australian Railway connects. It connects Perth and Sydney. So this is very likely question which is asked every year. So it may be asked this year, so it's very important. Next is complete the chain. You have three columns A, B and C. You have to match the answers for them. Okay, so Matheran is a tourist place and it is a tertiary activity. Tourism is an tertiary activity. Next, GPS requires satellites for communication. Next, Sri Lanka is very good in tea and it exports tea to other countries. Okay, next is Panama Canal. Panama Canal connects Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Next is cottage industries. So cottage industries, they require very less capital and potters is one of the occupation which comes under cottage industry. Let us move further with give reasons. So the first one is India is passing through stage 3 of demographic transition. Now India shows the following characteristics. Now the stage 3 is the population explosion type of stage, okay, where the death rate and the birth rate are probably decreasing. So this is reducing the rate of population growth, and though the birth rates are higher than the death rates. Okay, even though it is decreasing, but still the birth rate is higher always than your death rate. So because of that, these countries are very much progressing nowadays and they are developing very fast. The standard of living is increasing and the poverty is decreasing. They are getting educated, they are getting good in medical facilities, they are doing family planning. Okay, and most of the population is trying to be engaged in tertiary and secondary occupations. So slowly these countries are moving towards the developed stage. Next, plains are suitable for human settlements. Now, first of all, a plain surface is a flat surface where any type of transportation medium can be constructed, like roadways, railways, airways, waterways. Okay, anything can be very flexibly set up. Next is what? If the water body is available, then you can easily carry out agriculture. You can easily carry out the raw material from one place to another. Next is what? The plain surface has always a fertile land. So because of fertility, the agriculture is more, and definitely there are lots of settlements in those places. Next, development is not seen in Himalaya region. Now Himalaya region is totally a high latitudinal region, okay, altitudinal region, where the height is more, hilly terrains are available, the land is not fertile. Okay, so because of that, it's very difficult to make any mode of transportation. Okay, so because of that, if the accessibility is less, definitely the people will not stay over there, the industries will not go and invest their money over there, because they have to invest a lot of money first of all to get the accessibility in those places. Because of that, the Himalaya region's development is going on decreasing day by day. Next is distribution of industries are uneven. Now, industries are also influenced on some factors like the factors of the climate, which is the climate, whether water body is available, power supply is available, laborers are available. All these factors are considered first to set up an industry. As India is an agrarian country, lot of people are engaged in agriculture instead of secondary and tertiary activity. So to set up an industry, first of all, you need a good natural resource available. Okay, you need a large amount of labor. What type of labor you want, whether it is skilled, unskilled. Okay, then you require a transportation medium. So all these things are working in the case of industries. So because of that, its distribution is totally uneven. Next is, in developed countries, the percentage of population engaged in agriculture is low. So we all know that developed countries are never engaged in primary occupation. They are engaged in secondary, tertiary and quaternary type of occupations. What are the things which come in that? The manufacturing industries, then the transportation, tourism, trade, all these things are coming under the occupations which are carried out in developed countries. So if a country is more developed, people are more literate, they are more qualified, their standard of living is high, and they are engaged in all high level type of businesses. So because of that, the percentage of population engaged in agriculture is very rare. Next, regional development depends on physical setting. Definitely, any type of region, whether it is developed and undeveloped, is totally dependent on the physical factors. What type of climate it has, what type of relief it has. So, on that basis, the development of that region depends. So, if it is a plain surface, definitely it will get developed fast. The people would like to stay over there, they'll make more developments in those places. But if some region is very unfavorable, there are only mountains, there are no water bodies available, so such places the people won't go and stay there. And the development comes with the humans. If humans go and settle at some particular place, then and then only the next development would start. Because rather than humans, no one else does the development. Okay, so most of the places which are not favorable for humans, such places are very rarely developed. So the developed places like Mediterranean region is one of the developed place. Then the less developed place is equatorial region, tropical rainforest region. And sometimes there are large amount of resources, but the climate is not favorable, okay, to exploit. So that is Antarctica. So we all know Antarctica, the climate is not favorable, but there are so many resources present over there. Now let us discuss with the next part is distinguish between. So here we have pull factors and push factors. You can write n numbers of point on this particular topic. So pull factors are which factors? These factors force the people to leave the place. They attract the people. Okay. And what are the push factors? Push factors attract the people to the new places. Okay. Next is lack of job. Lack of job, war, natural disaster or political instability are some of the push factors. Okay. So wherever there is no job, if there is no facilities available, no employment, lot of poverty is available, the place is not politically stable, all such reasons are considered as push factors which compel the population to leave. Okay, and in the case of pull factors, the job opportunity, better standard of living, educational facilities, health services, all these factors they attract the population like magnet, hence they are called as pull factors. So the example of push factor is what? Thousands of people from Syria are migrated to safer countries due to the war. And example for pull is students may leave India to study in abroad. Okay, so this much part we have completed. Remaining part we'll see in the next video. Thank you.